Hello, and welcome back to my Fire Emblem 8 Ephraim Reverse Recruitment LTC. This is Typhoon Carter, and today we have Chapter 9 of Ephraim Route for you guys. Now, this chapter is a seas map, and it's a fairly lengthy map. And in regular FE8, this would normally take about 8 turns. While we're promoting Cormag to Wyvern Knight, which will be very important, as the extra speed he gets from this promotion will help him hit some benchmarks, especially when you combine it with a speed wing for next chapter. Anyway, so in regular FE8, this map in an LTC setting would take about 8 turns or so, but since our Lord is a mounted unit in Amelia also has to promote this map to get the 8 move, as the 8 move is very important in order to shave 2 turns off from regular FE8. Now, normally without promoted Amelia, this map would take about 7 turns. Now, doing this in getting the turn save that we need here indirectly costs us the Ocean Seal, which means we won't be able to see promoted Dazzler. Now, while Cyrene drops off Amelia, what we need to happen here is Amelia will need to get hit by the first enemy she faces in order to manipulate the AI targeting. This is to enable her to reach level 10. And then everybody else is just moving forward. Tethys will also have to be boosted a good amount. As for why we need the 8 move from Paladin Amelia, you will find out like next turn. Cyrene also doesn't have a Javelin equipped. This is so that the archer attacks her and doesn't, because like neither will be able to retaliate and the AI priority will be changed. Despite Amelia being relatively low on health, Amelia can actually take the archers with her current bulk. And then she one-shots like all these cavalry with her personal lance. The archers have about 50 hit on Cyrene, but Cyrene can afford to take 1 blow. Now, Cyrene not having a Javelin, because if we had Cyrene equip a Javelin, it would went after Amelia, and then it would block the 1 Tau choke point that we needed to go through. And then we promote Amelia to Paladin. This promotion to Paladin enables us to do something very specific. It allows Amelia to move an extra tile to enable 2 of the mounted units to put Tethys in that small corner near the gate, and this is basically boosting her forward. While we have Ewan just weaken this fighter, Ewan basically sets up a kill for No to get another level, as he also needs to get levels too to eventually promote. Tana and Kyle being deployed here is so that we can have someone attack the enemies that are near the gate, as we will be moving right past them. Tana getting that low percent critical is so that she can work towards her Wyvern Knight promotion for chapter 11. And then Kyle just attacks this archer so that one of our staffers has someone to heal later. Doing this also makes the enemy priest who has a sleep staff go after Kyle, as we need to rig a sleep staff hit, as these priests have really shitty magic. Cormag rescues Tethys, and Cyrene grabs Tethys and tucks her in the corner basically. This enables us to reach specific spots, and also allows Tethys to keep moving forward or as close as possible. And then we gotta go for a rig here, as I mentioned earlier, we need the enemy priest to sleep Kyle, as I will show the percentages on the lower right end of the screen. For this enemy phase, Amelia's improved bulk and fairly high defense in general that she got from her promotion enables her to pretty much take on these enemies comfortably. She doesn't have a Javelin because like the enemies that do have Javelins are pretty far back. Anyways, this priest goes for Kyle, and we need to make sure he lands this 37% chance sleep. This is so that La Rochelle, who is our current restore user, gets more experience, and also because restore gives more weapon experience than say heal, and we don't have access to mend yet, which is why we had to make that happen. Now with this we need to rig a low percent critical with Amelia, and because we need Tethys to reach a specific spot, Amelia had to attack from 2 range. Otherwise, if Tethys was able to reach, we would have just had Amelia use the Regen Leaf. Now, Amelia is going to recruit Ephraim this upcoming turn. And then we also need another 4% crit using a Javelin from Cyrene. And then we just have Amelia equip her Javelins, and we recruit Ephraim. Ephraim comes with a speed wing, so we need to make sure Ephraim is able to survive. As for this run, I am not going to allow any units that are under my control to die. And one thing about Ephraim's survival is that it's a little bit precarious, given that he will need to dodge a 62 displayed hit from the soldier over the course of 2 turns. And then because Ephraim will also get attacked by longbow archers. Now the longbow archers in this chapter can be somewhat of a nuisance, but in the case of here they're a little bit more than that. Tethys here surprisingly will not get completely cut off. The reason why is because like for some reason the Cavaliers who have Javelins won't attack her at 1 range and would prefer to attack at 2 range for some strange reason. I'm not exactly sure why, even though Tethys in no way, shape, or form can attack at all. And then Amelia with her sky high resistance basically takes no damage from these mages as she just breaks that Javelin. While Tethys luckily isn't completely cut off, we need Amelia to dodge this iffy sleep, which has a little bit under of a 50-50 shot of landing. Luckily you only need to break that 1 more time, as the sleep stat should be down to 1 use. We dance Cormag here, as Cormag is going to need to ferry Tethys, because we need Tethys to be boosted forward with promoted Amelia. And then we have Ephraim just use a Vulnerary. Meanwhile we have Ewan just work on these shaman reinforcements. It's just free grinding mostly. The reason we aren't really feeding these kills to Ewan is because Ewan unfortunately isn't as important later on. Although like in a normal reverse recruitment playthrough, Ewan would be solid. And then we had Tana rig a Slim Lance critical as we need her to reach promotion 2 as I stated earlier, so the more kills she gets the better. And then Sally just like trades with Tana and then heals Kyle. Now one of the Armor Knights does have a Horse Slayer, although it's the Armor Knight that's like a little bit away. You don't see him on the screen, but like he's a little bit to the right of Tana and Kyle. Anyways, we have to do this big burn because like we need Amelia, or no, Ephraim to survive. Anyways, Noel gets this important kill as he gets to level 4. The soldier goes after Amelia because, well, the current soldier that's for some reason did not attack Tethys, which is a strange choice, although the reasoning is most likely because Amelia is below that 20 HP threshold, which affects the targeting a good bit. And then Tana just like gets them a chip on these guys, as she just deals small amounts of damage. And then Cormag just takes care of these mages. Now the priest that's in the throne room where Geb is, also has a sleep staff. Although like the priest's magic is like really low here, so like their chances of landing sleep isn't that good, as even someone as bad as Ephraim was able to get only like a 45% chance of being hit by it, which says a lot about how bad these priests are. This priest only has like 12% on Cormag, which is hilarious. Now on turn 5, we have Cormag consume a pure water. The reason why we do this is to discourage the priest from targeting Cormag, as the priest will try to move closer to improve their chances of landing sleep, or at least somewhat close, to say the least. Because if Cormag didn't consume that pure water, what would happen is that the priest might get in the way and then block our path to the throne, which is just really annoying, as we need a relatively clear path for turn 6. And then Amelia takes Tethys from Cyrene, and also moves ahead, as we need Tethys to be in range to dance for Amelia, so that Amelia can seize. And then Tana is gonna go for his soldier and get the door key that he drops. The door key is going to be handy for chapter 14, as the door keys in Sacred Stones don't come by very often. Although we do have the unlock staff that's going to be available around chapter 10. And then Amelia, or Ephraim, consumes another vulnerary. The trio of Inez, Ewan, and Noel are just mostly working on themselves. Inez does need to promote to Ranger by chapter 18, which will be very late, so we can kind of take his time with him. I didn't have a chance to talk about Ford, who is the unit that's stuck in the cell. Ford is a pretty bad unit since he de-levels, considering he replaces Tana, so he loses about 3 levels, and he already had very mediocre bases. So Ford is practically useless. And then Tana is on the verge of death, although Tana's like avoid is like fairly good. Unfortunately, Ephraim nearly dies, as he had to take a blow. Now, with all that, we're on turn 6. We're just getting some last minute kills in. Mostly as Noel gets a kill here. And then we also have La Rochelle getting extra staff experience. And then now Cormag goes for this Axe Reaver kill on Geb. Now he needs to land at least one critical, which he does, and Geb just goes down swinging. And Cormag gets to level 2. Now he will need the speed wings from Amelia to double the boss that we need to kill next chapter. And then Ewan just gets a kill because why not? And then we do something interesting here. We manipulate Cal's experience so that he doesn't level up, so that Sally can get a heal in for next chapter. And then Tana just gets a low percent Slim Lance critical and gets another kill, as she will also need 1 kill for her next chapter in order to finally reach her promotion. So Cyrene goes for a kill on the mage using a sword. This is so that she can reach S rank swords later, because why not? Anyways, Amelia gets danced and she has just enough move to reach the throne. That is chapter 9, going to be cleared in 6 turns. I'll see you guys next time for chapter 10.